up, everybody? Welcome, everybody, to another Master Duel stream. Let's go and see if we can have some dinos firing some lasers. Because as the title suggests, we're gonna try to make... What is he? Where's the big boy? There's the big boy. To get this laser cannon inside of Rexstorm's mouth. Not sure if you guys can see it properly, but see the cannon right in his giant maw? That laser cannon, we're gonna try to fire it. Caster! Oh my goodness! Such excitement! Am I really that exciting to hear again? Dang. And here I thought I was like the most boring person to watch, but apparently people like me. Damn, imagine. Imagine. It has been a couple of streams, yeah. Let me guess. Live. It's always live, right? When in doubt, blame life. Yep. See? When in doubt, you blame life and then everybody understands. It's that simple. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there was a very good part for like a long period of time that did consider breaking half my URs. Just so that we could make the deck that I wanna make. Which is either the Ryuge or the Labyrinth version of this deck. Of Dynamorphia. But as you can see, most of these URs are like good playable staples, so breaking them down to UR just feels bad. Stream sniping! Justin! Damn it! Don't you dare! Don't you dare stream snipe me! Knowing exactly what I have in my hand and everything. Oh. Viewers these days? Oh, I swear. Absolutely hopeless. Oh? What's the new deck? What new cool things did we find? Yang Zheng, ugh. Just gotta make a deck with counter spells. Oh, mono blue in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just running a deck with no go fuck yourselves. Yeah. We actually do have a whole bunch of free counter spells in Yu-Gi-Oh! Justin. Did you know? Here, read this. Or, this. I absolutely wasted my card there. Not gonna... Oh. Apparently I didn't. Okay, cool. So, I am shocked by what just happened. I just leaned into a bit and the bit played out perfectly in my favor. This is absolutely terrifying. I'm good. I'm doing pretty well. Still looking for new variations of Dynamorphia, honestly. As people on the Discord may or may not have seen, because I did ask about it, but not in the announcement channel, so not certain if all the people have seen it, but you know. Ash? No Ash? Okay. No Ash Blossom. Damn. No, that can stay. We're gonna do it this way because I do need this I need to crash this because we need the Theresia on the field. We don't really have anything, so we need to crash the Diplos first. Yeah, I don't think that I get to kill them this turn. But they also don't really get to play, so it's like, you know, it's kind of whatever. We do need this trap, otherwise we don't do anything. Well, wait, you know what? We can clear the Uno zombie. Bad zombie. It's in your hat. Swampy, swampy. Let's make Desiree. We can now use Lurry for it, so we can keep the Lacrima in grave, which is great. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not that much more, like, difficult to understand once you start seeing what certain things are doing. There's a whole bunch of the same, but it's not really the same, you know? It's that very typical card game kind of idea. We all do the same thing, but it's not really the same because in our game it doesn't work the same as in the game that we stole this from. Like Ash Blossom, the card over here, is basically the same as a very specific negate. It negates effects that sent from the deck to the graveyard, for example, or when something would draw cards. So it's a very like specific kind of negate. It's like it's a negate for creature effect, for example. That's the best that I can describe it as. Also send one zombie from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, increase the targets by 1. Let's just negate this. I fucked up. I should have put this on sensitive, but it's fine. Can't believe that they had an extra uni zombie in their hand. That's kind of crazy. Okay, bro. Okay, I see. Reading glasses? Nah, you don't need reading glasses for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. What are you on about? Right, chat? We don't need reading glasses. We're perfectly fine. I mean, let me put it this way. This amount of text is not that bad. This is okay. This, however, maybe becomes a tiny bit more of a problem. Endymion actually does have, as far as I know, Endymion is one of the cards that has the most text on it that any Yu-Gi-Oh card has. I believe it was somewhere in the 180 words. So, yeah, that might be a problem. The best part is that on a platform like Master Duel, it's not that bad because it has the descriptions over here. You don't have to read the actual card, you know? But in paper, this is all crammed into, well, a card that is smaller than a magic card. So, yeah. So to begin with the entire problem, Yu-Gi-Oh cards are smaller, and then we cram more words on it. And now, because the game has established enough cards that keep to that one, like, standardized rule, we also can't go and print cards with a, like, bigger card frame or anything. Because now, suddenly, we would have to deal with marked cards. So we have to work with the card size as it is. See where the problem comes in? I mean... Oh, and we are cramming more effects onto a single card. Obviously. Because it is foolish to think that we are gonna make that any different. I know, right? I am playing the card named... sorry, I can't read the name because the name of the card has like 16 characters. Or like 16 words. I am playing this card. It's called Crime Novel. The effect of this card reads as followed. Once upon a cold winter night, I don't think so. We are not engaging anybody. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, never mind. We are engaging. Gotcha. I guess. Well, there goes Ice Blossom. And they are gonna go and engage us. Or, I mean, I guess that they technically engage the deck, not us. Afterburners! Lame. I guess we're gonna fuse the monster away, huh? Oh, so sad. Too bad. There goes your target. I will keep the Diplos in my hand, actually. I kinda like having that thing in my hand. It gives me options for Kentragina to do something else. I'm not gonna make anything else. It's draw 2. In that case, we could go for Kentragina. Yeah. I still have these, so... It's fine. We're making Rex turn. Now I have to use the one in hand. Because I would like to keep one of the monsters in my deck so that they don't have easy access to them. Now here's the main problem. Your opponent must send one face-up monster with a declared type and attribute from their field to the graveyard if possible. Sure. Get fucked, idiot. What? I have to send a Dark Dino? Oh my god. Oh no, that's messed up. Guy has everything. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Yeah. I guess that I was talking a bit too fast there, huh? What the hell was that deck? Okay, so just to point this out, they had a 2-off and a 2-off searched for this by having another 2-off to negate my Ash Blossom on their 3-off. Yeah. And then basically went ahead and killed me with my 3k beatstick. Because they had a fucking Herald of... I can't believe that they had a 1-off. 3 times a 2-off. Man. Whew. Not gonna lie, this one was frustrating. Oh well. Ooh. Gotten up to 9 decks total for Magic. Well, 4 new ones recently that I more work on, but a healthy choice to pick now. Ah, I see. The Magic virus hit him good. This hand is not too bad. I mean, this hand is a funny one. Although I do hope that this does come true. Go for it. Go on. No? Okay. Oh my fucking god. Okay, no. Yeah. Oh, Edge of Eternities. I haven't really looked at the new sets. I'm gonna be honest with you. Magic has gone to a point where I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Like, people are having comments about how Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't have a resource system, yada yada yada. And I hear that. I hear ya. That is definitely a thing. it doesn't have a resource system, and that does make cards the resource system. So card draw is incredibly broken. Now here's the problem. At least we know that that's how the game works. From the very fucking start, that's how the game works. But games like Magic and etc., they all try to put like mana cheating systems into place. If you do X, then you now get to cast this thing for free. If you do Y, then now you get to do this thing for free. Up to a point where you're able to spam out like 10 drops on turn 5. For free, by the way. So you're casting a 5 drop and you're getting like a 10 drop for free. Because, you know, fuck game balance, I suppose. There is some point where it's just... It's hard to say that a thing is good. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's at some point the balance perspective of something just is not there anymore. Which isn't necessarily the worst thing ever. Like, don't get me wrong, there's definitely an upside to the game changing and like a power balance shifting and whatnot, but is that really what you should want for your game? Like, sure, you're selling product. Selling product sounds great. But is selling product really the only thing that we care about? Shouldn't it also be about the health of the game? And that's another thing. Like, I understand that power creep is a thing. Because if you think about it, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has the same problem. Yu-Gi-Oh! Deals with power creep now as well. Because, if I'm gonna be honest, there's really not a whole lot that we are able to do in this game right now. Now that I talk about it, especially with the new time rule. The new time rule made it even worse. Not inside of Master Duel, because Master Duel already had that if you run out of time with that timer at the side, you know, that's a thing, but I don't know. Somehow, it feels like card games are slowly but surely, like, I wouldn't say dying, but they're not in a healthy spot. I guess that is a fair statement to make. For most of these games. Like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, all the older card games are in a position where it really isn't likely that we're gonna get anywhere. Hey, Turtle! How you doing? How is my famous German turtle? Well, I guess famous in my chat. Dum dum dum. Whoa! Opponent goes into the offensive mode. What the hell? That's not okay. I don't don't know. Do I? Honestly, I don't really know any turtles. Except for the one German turtle, so... You tell me. That does like... make it a whole different kind of a story, huh? I do need to let this attack go through. Let's banish the debunk. Revive the Theresia. Activate Theresia. Go for the friends. Yeah, that's not the right one. I should have gone for domain. In their end phase, we can flip their entire board back into their deck. Okay, maybe we cannot flip the entire board back into the deck. We can flip the entire board back into the deck. Okay. We're just gonna take some damage for it. It's all good. Everything is totally fine. Nothing is horribly wrong. We're not taking any damage because we flipped it back. Okay, well, that's dealt with, I suppose. Well, it's hard to say. Like, it's not necessarily dying, but it feels as if most card games that I know of are slowly but surely doing less well. Like, they're literally power creeping their own game into fucking oblivion just for profit. Profit is the only thing that the companies seem to care about. Which is, like, I get it. You're a company, you're supposed to make profit. Don't get me wrong. I get it. That's the thing. But game health should theoretically also be important in that case, because if your game is healthy, you are able to make more products. You know, like... This may sound weird, but we are not all the same type of person as Justin, for example. Because what Justin says in chat just now is definitely a thing. You have people for Magic, for example, who would build a team deck and just pick this one cool typing that they have, and then build around that typing. Which is really cool, because that brings a fuck ton of synergy with it, without making it feel as if everything absolutely fucking sucks. Problem is, that's not how like 80% of the people playing a game are going to build the deck. Which wouldn't be a problem if the companies are not literally fueling that kind of gameplay. Like the one, or like against that gameplay, I should say. By making cards that are more broken, that are more etc. There's a limit to what you should allow inside of your game, I feel. And I don't think that a whole lot of companies are aware, or even care, honestly. But yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, you would still be playing Master Spectre. You would be able to play fucking Penguin Tribal. Pure Penguin. Let's fucking go. Everybody hates their fucking life because it's Penguin, but let's go. And honestly, now that the subject is brought up anyway, that is another thing. The meta is actually shifting incredibly fast. However, I am gonna be honest with you. I do think that if you are starting with Master Duel right now, and you're doing everything for the free gems, like story mode, the free events, etc., you can with some smart investments, you can make it to the point where you're able to actually get some cool deck that works. Like, you don't necessarily need to keep up with the meta. Like, Malice and Ryziel right now are very dominant on the ladder. Absolutely. That's definitely a thing. But it's not a must-have. Like, there are decks that you are capable to play without using that kind of a deck. I mean, look at me, I'm playing Dynamorphia, and this actually is a deck that works pretty damn well as long as you are capable of, like, knowing all the ins and outs. It might test a little bit of your, like, rule knowledge. Not gonna lie. But not every deck is the way that Dynamorphia is either. Like, if you look online, there are a couple of decks that have, like, low rarity cores, but then you can run the high rarity hand traps, like Ash Blossom, Impulse, Imperm, you name it. Oh, and yeah, exactly. Story mode is a... How do you say this in a nice way? Story mode is an experience. Does that sound about right? I think that's about right. Story mode is most definitely an experience. Let's call it what it is. I need to get rid of the Dark Magician because Drill Beam, but Drill Beam is gonna get... I hate Drill Beam. Oh. Ah. Kent Regina, you say? Huh. Oh, because you already banished both of those. I could bring back 2 Diplos. Does that do anything? Not really. That's a difficult one. How are we gonna play this out? What can we send with Diplos? I think I am. I think I should be doing this. I can't attack with them, but that shouldn't be the worst problem ever. Okay, that Veiler is a fucking annoyance, but sure. Labyrinth is somewhat cheap, I guess. Oh, well, this is fucking hilarious. Yes. Well. Okay. Not sure why that didn't banish my Kent Regina, but sure. He controls a level 5 or higher. Or if you control a normal monster. He controls a fucking normal monster. What are we doing? Also, why would you summon this in the battle? Oh my fucking god. What? Did I... Huh? Did I just make my opponent, like, brain dead or something? Because this... I have so many questions. Lab. Yes. Yes, lab is somewhat cheap. The only thing you need to craft that is expensive is Big Welcome Labyrinth, which is a UR. The Double Ladies, which is both UR, I believe. What else is it that is expensive? Some of the extra deck monsters, like Chaos Angel. The yellow button was a traitor. Yeah, no fucking shit. That was... Holy shit, that was a shit show. Yeah, here. You need 1 field spell. Sometimes you play 2. Most play 1, I think. But Cooklock is an R. Archfiend is a playable card. Not any... most decks do not play this, but you could play a single copy for some reason that you want. Stovey is an N. Chandra Glare is an N, so this is doable if you play the variant that uses the furniture. If you don't have the furniture built, it does become a tad bit more expensive, because then you suddenly need to get the butler, the Ariane. That does up the difficulty of acquiring the dust, but it's not too bad. It's doable. Oh, the TCG. Oh, the TCG. Yeah, no, in the TCG, the lab cards are actually not that expensive. But pretty sure that they were talking about Master Duel also. Take care, Justin. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Let's get back into the ladder. La 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 la. Oh. We're lucky today. Quite a lot of firsts. This deck thrives on going first, so, you know. Oh my fucking god, what a hand this is. This can't search anything, so this is a dead card in our hand. I guess we're gonna try to resolve Tract. Oh my fucking god, wait, it resolves? What is this? We are resolving something. Oh my god. Oh. Resolve Tract, search Lurry, pitch Lurry, resummon Lurry, scoop. Noted. You think they would make much money if they cut the royal chance in half for 1 week? Wait, you mean that royal cards are harder to get? Turtle, are you high? The chance of getting a royal copy of a card is already like abysmally low. Oh, you mean that they are doubling the chance of getting a royal? Ah. I see. You know the meta is bad when people get bored and surrender halfway through your 50 chain phase. Yeah. Well. Have you ever played against, like, I don't know, Dragon Link? Or, tier format? I have to say, Tier and Malice kinda did feel the same. Because Malice without any interaction basically goes off without any sorries or excuses as well, so, you know. Okay, so we have 4 cards that do something, and we are playing, obviously, against Trickstar. Okay, we're gonna Ash the Field Spell, pray to God that that's enough. Did this do the thing that I wanted to do? I don't know. No, because they have that token maker. Woo! Now I have to fucking use my brain in order to out their board. Okay, let's settle in for this one. Link them off for... What was the link to again? I don't know. Ah, right, Holly. Holly. Oh my god, not the burn! Not the burn! Stop it! Anything but the burn! Chat, help! They're burning me. They're burning me alive. Not the 200 burn damage. Well, while they are doing their burn stuff, let's read what chat is saying. Imagine a 2v2 duel where there's 100 moves in a single phase. 100 moves in a single phase. That's cute. You think that it's just one-sided? I mean, if there's a 2v2 duel, then I can make predetermined plays with my, like, second person. So I can have interaction with their board. Wouldn't that mean that instead of 50 plays each, you have to count for 50 plays together? Oh, okay. You did calculate the back and forth, sure. But yeah, no, think about it this way. If you and me were in the same team, then you and me would absolutely make a strategy, right? If I play Dynamorphia and you play something that can thrive off low life points as well, then we can add to each other's strategy, which means that at that point, we would have synergy together. Having synergy together means that our actions are gonna, like, skyrocket. I do need to read what these cards do, by the way, so hold on, one sec. Each time a Trickstar monster is normal summon or special summon to a monster, gain 200 life points. Okay, sure, whatever. You can discard both plays, draw one. If your life point is at least 2,000 higher than your opponent, you draw 2 instead. Okay. Same as the other one. Burn for 2 if something is summoned there. Point 2 cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. If your opponent takes any damage from Trickstars, this card gains attack. Okay. I'm pretty sure there was something in the grave that can burn as well, right? Which one was it? Was it Candina? No, it was Colchica. Yeah, it was this effect. This effect is what fucked us up last time. We do need to prevent this from happening. Okay, so... We go Engraver. Show me the ash. No ash? Okay. Tract. No draw. Okay. I will read what chat is saying after I'm done with this, by the way. But I do need to pay attention here. Because this deck can actually burn me for way too much. And I am going to eat like half my life points in their turn multiple times. So to prevent myself from looking like an absolute idiot, let's try not to burn ourselves into hell and back again. Maxi. Oh god, and so it begins. Is this literally just summon Diplos, dump something, set 4 pass? I think it is. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna go and make anything with this. That Maxi is fine. It's you're really cool and awesome. I honestly don't give a fuck. 2000. So I would need to be at what again? 2000 or lower. Half of 68 is 34. Half of 34 is 17. Yeah, that works. Okay. Okay, let's put our brain into this and then hopefully we win. I mean, Trickstar is not that difficult. As long as you keep in mind that there's a card that can blow everything up. I need one of my two negates to be active in that position, otherwise I die. But this should be fine. Because we can make Cantragina using the card on field and a Theresia from deck. Let's summon her there. Oh, you have a quick effect. Chooses not to use it. Okay. Go for it. Try to negate it. Do it. This and another Diplos. Oh my god, I special summoned a monster! What? Hey! No fair! No new field spell. Wait, Trickstar has 2 field spells? Huh. Okay. Sure. We will banish this. Yeah. Yeah, I will banish that. That sounds like a pretty good plan to me. Oh, man. But you're gaining life points. What's this? Oh wait, it's not even an activating effect. It's just an effect that happens. Whoa, we're special summoning a token. Insane. What the hell? And it's protected because Holly says so. Holy moly. Wait, the burn damage from this is also not activating. Oh, that's just fan-fucking-tastic. I thought Rexton would stop that, but that doesn't. Imagine reading cards. I know that. Absolutely insane. Oh wait, I didn't even see that Eduardo joined in chat. Hi Eduardo, how you doing? Sorry, Trickstar had my brain occupied for a second. Malice, what are you on about? Don't you see the big fucking dinosaur on the field? There's a big fucking dinosaur right fucking there. Here. That's not a Malice card. What are you on about? Okay, well. The rest of the cards are staying on the field. What? Okay. Yeah, you can attack me directly. That's fine. I'll take 8. I don't like Trickstar versus this deck. I fucking hate it. Oh, man. Let me guess, Andre. You are playing in high rank. Most high rank players only see like Melis, Raziel, etc. Right now we're in gold because of the ladder reset from the beginning of the month. So we see a whole lot of decks that I don't like. So I have to pay attention. I have to pay attention to the direct attack. I have to pay attention to this not activating, being an activating effect. That's so obnoxious. I guess we can at least get the Requiem back, or like Requiem on the field. I mean, honestly, that could mean that we can send the Holly. Wait, no, because we can't get... Oh, wait, no, yeah, no. We can go Requiem effect, get Engraver again, Engraver, equip it with the... Yeah, okay, no, we can still get there. This is an activating effect. And this is an activating effect. So that's fine. We need to get rid of this and this. This has priority because it burns. This is just fucking sucks. Cool. Well. I guess we have our priorities straight in that, guys. Or we could try to... one-shot them? No, there's no way to get 8k, right? Oh, wait, no, we do have a way of getting 8k. Wait, hold on. Hold on. No. We do have a way of getting to 8k. Never mind. There goes literally all of our hopes and dreams. Kill me now. I don't want to go on anymore. That's so fucking annoying. Yeah. Can we get this back somehow? Yeah, that cult buy was fucking brutal. I'm not gonna lie. We could kick over this, but then we do need burn protection for this, which we don't have. I could... Wait, this does die by battle, right? Yeah, it's not protecting itself. Okay. I mean, Cult Bite just is fucking brutal against our deck. It just is what it is. That's why we kept this. We saw the Kolchika coming. Get your ass out of here. Nobody likes you. I did not see this burn coming, though. Fuck. That doesn't activate... Chat. I swear to God, this deck is so fucking infuriating. And then the timer has something to say about all of this bullshit as well. So if we activate this, we burn this. Okay, dodge one. Dodge one. We'll take this. Oh man. No! No 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 no. No. I swear I am very intellectual. No. I don't think so. I don't think so. We're not gonna do this fucking bullshit all over again. Oh, wait, shit, that thing still can attack directly. Okay. Wait, hold on. No, this is still horrible. Yeah, everything is still fucking terrible because we kind of do need to use the trap right now. Oh my god, what does this do? This activates. This activates. Okay. Is this destroyed by battle or effect? Oh, it activates in grave. No. No, they doubled up. They doubled up on the effect. No. Oh, I fucking hate everything. I swear to God. Yeah. No! I pressed the wrong button! I pressed escape one too many times. Good God. I swear, I know how to play Dynamorphia versus Trickstar. I swear, I know how this deck works. Okay, so we have the Licorice, which does activate. But that's the first effect, which activates in hand. This effect doesn't activate, I know that much. Which is why Licorice always has priority for me to like negate or to stop. Because if I add a card to my hand, I die. It's that simple. So Licorice has like main priority. The rest does have a priority following up after that, but it's mainly the Colchica. That one is like absolutely not what you want to see. The Holy Angel is definitely a card as well, because this doesn't activate and it's way too simple for them to special summon. So you kind of have to have a trap in your grave that can prevent burn damage literally every single fucking turn. And sometimes for some miraculous reason, you're able to actually break through them in one fell swoop. But it was not this day. So yeah. What Trunk Junkie said in chat, it was game over. I can't believe that that game is how it went. Like, I don't know. It does have me wondering, should I have played into the Maxi? Because that game would have been absolutely a different story if I did go through the entire loop and end it on Desiree. Because Desiree just negates the entire board on their end and then it's GG. But I don't know. They did have a cult buy, so half of the loops that I was able to make would have been ended there and then right there and then. I can't even enjoy a free win because somebody bricked, because that Trickstar game is like stuck in my head. I swear, by the time that I end the stream and I am laying in bed and I'm just like relaxing, like half falling asleep, like dozing off, I'm gonna tell you right fucking now, I will absolutely wake up somewhere in the middle of the night screaming blood murder and everything else because memories came back up again. Oh my god. Okay, well, what do we have? We have something. Is it an Ash? Is it a Veiler? It's a Veiler. It had to be a Veiler or an Imperm or Maxi, by the way, because I didn't activate anything yet. Let's activate this right away as well, because we can't get it back anyway, so that's all good. This can get us the thing we're searching for. So if we go Lurry, and then link it off for Requiem. Linking it off for Lacrima, dumping Engraver. We're not even gonna do the Engraver thing. We're just gonna link the Unicorn off. Is Unicorn good to keep? Yes, absolutely, but it's not really necessary here. I'd rather keep the Lacrima in my grave at this point. Because if they are able to out the Desiree with like a Kaiju or something like that, I would rather be able to bring back Agnum Day and then summon Desiree again. No! No, 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 no. It's gonna force me to throw Agnum Day into our grave. I went too quick. I guess we're gonna throw this in there. Yeah, let's go. I mean, I can summon Desiree back, I guess. It's not a new card, but you know. No, it does become a new card. Okay, well, I suppose. I suppose now it's not protected though, and it can't like do the 5, which is abysmal, but sure. I kind of do give away what I'm playing by grabbing Misk, but I kind of have to. If I don't grab Misk here, then I would feel like a fucking idiot as well. So. We do have Lacrima engraved now, so we can get the Desiree back. Droplet, huh? I can't activate with traps. Okay. I suppose. I mean, I might as well negate it now. Okay, so we're playing Naturia. From the looks of it, we are playing almost pure Naturia. Otherwise, we wouldn't have thrown the 3 into the bin. More cricket! Yay! Rexstorm. We need a Cantragina in our grave. Duster, you say? This is Ferret Flames. Okay. I guess that's not that bad. We can get the Agnum Day back. I mean, it's something we have to do at the end of our opponent's turn, but still. One more cricket. Does one more cricket do it? I wonder. More cricket is 0, so it could work. And it's a quick effect, so... yeah. Not much that I can do against this one. Or you can special summon to... okay. Not sure what these do. Oh, burn for 5 if it's selected for an attack. Okay. Your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving your face-up Naturia monsters. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, okay. I see. Is this that? Yes, this is that. Well, wait. Is this that? I mean, I could make it 1,000, but then I still would take 1,000. No, I still would take 2,000, so that doesn't make any difference. This is actually really fucking tight, not gonna lie. This is cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's actually really fucking cool. Like, I could be upset about this, honestly, but I want to see how their deck looks. That was cool. Ah, yeah, see, they... Sorry. They do play quite a bunch of one-offs. I have to say, I think it is really fucking cool to see how they went from Mole Cricket to Mosquito and Beans. That is really sick. Because it both doesn't activate. So Rexstorm doesn't stop it either. And they are incredibly small. Especially the Mosquito seems better than you would expect. Right? I mean, think of it this way, like your opponent goes first, builds an entire board. You manage to get like a couple of low attacks, low attack stat Naturia monsters on the field. Normal summon Mosquito, go to battle, and then your opponent just dies because they build a good board. That sounds fucking hilarious. I do wonder what we're gonna send with the Slayer though. The only thing I can see for Slayer is this. The bird. Because all these do not necessarily have anything in grave, right? Because this effect doesn't work because you didn't properly summon it. So only the bird can benefit from being sent to the grave. So Slayer feels like a weird one, but you do run basically one of every type, so you can send whatever somebody summons. You just pick the least bad to lose, I guess. Yeah, no, I kind of like this deck. It's not even all that strong or high rarity, to be honest. Like, sure, there's some SRs and URs, but most of them actually are pretty easy to get. The one of talents is one of the bundles. No, that's Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm is in one of the bundles. Ash, Ogre, Nibiru, those are all bundles. The Droplet is a bundle. So that's like almost half of the URs already obtained. Veiler is a bundle, I believe. Oh, this is something that Turtle is gonna love. This deck plays fucking Battle Fader. That's great. Battle Fader for the win. That would absolutely have made me upset. Oh wait, also I apparently am in platinum right now. How did we get the plat? Wait. Huh? Wasn't this our first opponent? Oh, the Trickster was our first. I don't even remember playing versus this person. Was that an auto scoop? That was the auto scoop. Yeah, that was the auto scoop, I think. Anyway. Pure skill. You're right, Ash. Pure skill. I'm so skillful. So skillful. Look at all that skill in my opening hand. Oh, so good. Ah, oh, wait, hold on. Can we win? Can we win it versus fucking Exo Sisters? I don't think we win this. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. I need to get that Trust Life. If I don't get Trust Life, then everything is already over before it even begins. Okay. Oh, now we draw an Ash Blossom. Would have been lovely on that first turn, but okay. What do we have to deal with? We have to deal with at least Carpet Diem. We can target them if they were special summoned from the graveyard. Of monsters that were special summoned from the graveyard. Okay. You can declare one card name, negate the activated effects and effects on the field of cards with that original name until the end of this turn. Okay, so we have a negate there. They can switch this one in and out to summon one or the other, which could have a banish. And then we have to deal with two unknown back row, which could be Imperm, Called By, or the traps. Well, here goes nothing. Yeah. I had a feeling that they did have both traps. Exorcist has two traps, right? It's Vedas and something else. I don't remember what the other one was. Oh, that does resolve. I do need them to activate the Magnifica. Which they obviously are gonna do right fucking now. Yep. This is gonna make them switch out. Yeah, this is gonna make them tag out. Michaelis. What did Michaelis do again? If you control this card that will succeed summon this turn by using extra monsters and material, you can target one card your opponent controls. Or in their graveyard, banish it. Okay, so whatever I'm gonna set, they will banish. So we're just gonna set a frenzy on a new chain. They go banish the back row? No. Wait. Are they going to declare a name? What could you possibly declare here that would do it? Kent Regina. Until the end of this turn. Okay. Not my engraver. Well, I'll be damned. Okay. They can tag out again, but is tagging out really that much of a problem? We just go for talents, right? Take. They banished the face down back row, but we have domain in hand, which they don't know. IGB. So we can take this. We will banish. I guess it's the face up. Yeah, sure. Let's go. That can go. Bye. Battle. Haha! Take that. Oh no! You're getting your Michaelis back, which is not summoned this turn anymore. Woo! What a riot. That actually is really fucking annoying, not gonna lie. Ah, they have the Ash. Okay. Well, in that case, we're done, right? Like, there's nothing we can do here. Yeah. Yeah. That's a win. That's a win for them. Oh well. Mm-hmm. I mean, what you saw here is exactly the reason why people played Dynamorphia with Exo Sisters. Because Exo Sisters is focused on cards in graveyard, where Dynamorphia had a weak spot against the grave specifically. Like most of the cards that would out like Rexterm and whatnot were cards in the graveyard. So if you were able to get like the Kolchika from Trickstar, for example, if you're able to banish that with the Exorcister side of your deck, then that complements the deck that you're playing tremendously. But yeah. There is a problem with it though, because you also lock yourself into Exorcisters for almost the entire turn that you're using any of the effects. So it's like, you know. We're gonna dig up so many fossils. Whew. Ash? Maxi? Any of the above? No? Okay. Maxi. Unless you also have a Veiler or something, it's Maxi. You do have a Veiler. Well, I'll be damned. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you do have to target the monster. Thanks. Have you read Misk? Misk is a good card. Misk does good things. Misk does good things for good people. Misk very happy. Let's set Fossil Disc just to... Like, Fossil Disc is there just to threaten an extra back row card. It does make people make different lines. I mean, might as well. Thunderbolt. Okay. Bomba. They had something they could chain to that. Okay. Ash. No. Haha. Look at how amazing and skilled I am in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I get the feeling my opponent is playing Yellow Button Simulator, but okay. If Thunderbolt into flipping reload makes them happy, then so be it. Oh my god, okay, it's an Ankh. Noted. Oh boy. I know where this is going. Yep. Watch this. Why game bug? Why game bug? I can already hear my opponent scream on the other end of the battlefield. It's I love Rexterm. Maybe I should turn that into the title of the stream. I love Rexterm. I don't know, man. I love Rexterm. Rexterm is great. We love the good boy. Tracked for Lurry. Well, we have one card in hand. Wonder what we're discarding. Insert mandatory engraver Fiendsmith loop here. You can go there, and then just to make sure that it's enough, let's summon a second engraver, just to make sure that we can punch over it or through it or whatever you want to call it. Because if they do have something that can block, like if they can block one attack, for example, then we wouldn't have had enough. I wouldn't hold it against my opponent to run like Battle Fader. We have seen Battle Fader before, so you know. Look, this does look like more of the traditional version of the deck, actually. I do miss the temple, though. What the hell is this? Magician's right hand. Negate the effect of your opponent's first spell card or effect that resolves each turn while you control a spellcaster monster. And if you do, or if it did not have an effect, destroy that card. Oh. Okay. That's actually a pretty interesting card, considering that this is a spellcaster. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, exactly. It's the same as Angelica's Ring. Negate a spell on resolution. That is actually really interesting. You do need to run spellcasters, but, you know, if you're playing a spellcaster deck anyway. What? We lost a coin flip. Connection error. No connection error. Okay. Satch. Looks like we have to play anyway. At least this hand does get to play, I suppose. He plays it because the secret village of the spellcasters is banned. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. That does make sense, doesn't it? Oh my god, wait, that just reminds me. You can make some very memey plays with it, because if you go left arm offering, dump your entire hand, search right hand of the magician, You sacrifice your left arm to get the right arm of a magician? I mean, come on. You can't make that shit up. That's kind of funny, right? Let's go for the direct. Lurry, pitch lurry. This hand is perfect for going second when your opponent didn't do anything. Because I get to actually be pretty aggressive with all of it. Because I have the normal summon Lacrima in the back. Yeah, we go sequence. Actually, wouldn't it have been more power to bring back or like to summon Lacrima? I only just thought of it, but I think that would have been more damage, right? Interesting. There we go. Bring this back. Connect this to it. No, we're not gonna negate anything. Then we can go bird. No effect for bird just yet. Normal summon Lacrima. Yes, activate Lacrima. Let's see what my opponent bricked on. What? Oh. I did not expect to see this. Somehow this thing seems very fucking scary. He says as he swings in with 5,800 on a single monster. Whoops. My bad. I have to say, it feels very, like, good to have the light blue wolf back. That gold eagle, ugh. Give me that nice platinum shiny wolf. That's so much better to see. This is home, you know? We haven't been out of platinum by the end of almost any rank season since we started with the stream, so that's an interesting one. Anyway. Let's grab a unicorn, in case that they have something for Requiem. Actually, wait, we could Ash our own Requiem. Wait. Whoa. That is maybe a bridge too far, huh? Yeah, no, that sounds like absolute madness. Hold on. Let's not go that far. Although, it is kind of tempting. It is kinda tempting. Dump this. Shuffle this back. Whoa! It's the big boy himself. I mean, if I had one more Light Fiend in my grave right there, I could actually have done it. Isn't that crazy? I could have ended on an empty board, more or less. Because I could have kept the Lacrima in grave. Oh, that is insane. It would have been even better if we would have had a bow. That would have made it even more clean than it is already. But now we kind of just have to go through the motions. And pray that our opponent doesn't instantly snipe everything. Opponent is like, yeah, no, I'm good, thanks, I'm out, bye. Can you imagine? I was almost done with the entire chain of shit as well. Although I have to say, we would have been able to out this deck the exact same way we did earlier. Wait. Why are we playing Reimai? We're playing burn cards? Not just any burn cards. 300 life point burn cards. Huh? Okay. Oh, wait, and we're playing Secret Barrel. Wait, hold on. And we're playing Slifer? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know what the worst part is of it all? Soul Crossing would actually have fucked us over. And Magic Cylinder would have been a massive problem. I can't believe what I'm seeing, but they legitimately were sitting the entire thing out. That is crazy. Okay. I'm speechless. I'm sorry, I did not see that one coming. I thought that they bricked or something, but no, they legitimately just would have gone balls to the walls, I guess. Well, we have a ticket, so might as well spend the ticket. Well, the ticket ends up being nothing, but sure. Hell yeah. A sparkly crystal. That does make me think, like, wouldn't all the Gem Knight cards look really pretty if you have them in Royal? They must be so sparkly and nice looking. They must be legit, like, looking as if they would be, like, gems, crystals. Let's open 100 of these and see what our luck is. Oh. Hey, look at that. We actually do have some luck. Barrier Statue Dark is not bad. That's something we didn't have yet, so I'll take it. Oh, this card. Are you guys familiar with You're Finished? This card is so hilarious. This is legitimately a board wipe that basically says to your opponent, deal with this card or activate less than 10 cards / effects. If you didn't, you're losing your board in a moment where I think that you should lose it. And then it goes back to your back row again. So you can just use this again then the turn after. Your finish basically keeps your opponent in a chokehold. Going, either you now end the game or I'm blowing up everything. And it's not just their effects, it's also yours. It's 10 or more effects in total that were activated. And now if you think about it, how many cards does Dynamorphia activate in one turn? Alright, your opponent's turn. I'm gonna add this to the deck. Just because I think it's a really cool card. Dark Infinity. This card was used against me, right? What does this do again? It's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard. You can detach one card from this, then target that monster, special summon it to your field in defense. Right. That's what it was. You can target one other face-up special summon monster you control, and life was equal to the original attack. That's what it was, yeah. What does Aurum do? Gains 300 attack for each World Legacy monster in your graveyard with a different name. I see. This is World Legacy support. Oh well, I guess it's an original World Legacy card. I guess that calling it support is not correct. What else do we have? We have a Senga. Hell yeah. And we have 2 Freeds. Imagine, 1 Freed wasn't enough. We do need a second one. Anything else that's cool and new? But I never had a Mechanical Chaser. Well, good thing that I have one now. Like, can you imagine that we have been walking around this entire fucking time without a Mechanical Chaser? It's impossible, right? No one should be without a Mechanical Chaser. Card is broken. 850 attack. Absolutely crazy. I highly doubt there's anything in here that makes me go, wow. Yeah, no. I agree. Time Wizard events are cool. Playing with like a different power level definitely does make people happy. It also makes it so that a game is less of a is less in a like position where it would cause like fatigue. Because you can't be fatigued if it's balanced, if it's like not entirely absolutely fucked up by certain things that are in the game. Wait, where the hell is my "you're finished"? Show yourself finished. Okay, I am not in the mood to search for "you're finished." There you go. We need to cut something, huh? Fossil dick. Cutting one fossil dick is fine. I mean, the amount of times that where you open fossil dick while you already have one of the Theresias in hand, for example, is definitely a thing. I just think that your finish is a cool card. If you do win the die roll and you can set it in that first turn, it's absolutely insane. Because it only blows your opponent's field sky high, not your own. So it is pretty good. And then you open a hand that's super mid. But I do get the feeling this guy doesn't play that long. Oh, wait, we're up against... Oh, okay. It's RDA. RDA is interesting. It's pre-constructed RDA. Okay, sure. Holy moly, guy is everything. Well, that's a Scar Rat. It's a Scar Rat, and then... Yeah. I suppose. I do play TCG. Yes, yes, I do. How so, Eduardo? What's up? Okay, so we're gaining a bunch of life. 10k life, oh my goodness. What decks do I have in the TCG? Right now I only have one deck, and that's the Archmage deck. Like the new lore archetype. But that deck doesn't really function all that well on its own. It's a little bit iffy, especially with like Yummy walking around as if it's fucking owning the place. Draco Tail absolutely murders people left, right, and center. Sky Striker is actually pretty strong. K9 obviously with Vanquisol. So yeah. That doesn't really do a whole lot. I do want to go and build Dynamorphia again. Because since they changed the time rules, and I don't really care whether I win or lose, I'm just there to have cool duels. Or like fun duels. I kind of want to go and get back my Dynamorphia deck again. Because I legitimately can't lose. I can't lose. Under the current time rules because of time. So it doesn't matter anymore. Does that make me and everybody else that plays Dynamorphia more toxic in a way? Yes. Yes, it does. Isn't that amazing? I already have the entire Fiendsmith package. I already have it. I had it from the start, if I'm honest. Let's set 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, 4 cards, 5 cards. Summon Diplos. Yeah, let's activate Diplos. Do we want Teresia in grave? I think it's better to throw one of the traps in grave, right? Let's throw an intact in the grave, just for safety reasons. I swear people outside are going absolutely crazy on their motorcycles. Yeah, no, I don't think so. It's really nice that you're playing a pre-constructed deck, but we are not gonna do that BS. Absolutely not. Get out of here. We're not gonna destroy the entire back row. Go find Feather Duster or something. Okay, let's make Kentragina. And then on resolution, we can make a Rexterm. And in the same chain, we can blow up Diplos to pop the RDA. To then go and get back the Teresia in our grave. So this, banish this. Chain Brutes. Pop this, pop this. We already have a Kentragina or a Teresia in our grave. So that's all fine. We can banish this, because that doesn't do anything besides existing anyway. Let's summon Teresia over there. And then with Teresia we can set alert and then everything should be fine. How are your duels against Ryziel? Ryziel is a fucking blast. This is played into the imperm column and I think my opponent is not aware of this. I am feeling so fucking bad for them. I know exactly what it feels like to play into the imperm column and I can't blame them for this. I legitimately, I can say with, like, oh, that pain. I know that pain all too well. Ah, that feels bad for them. I mean, Smashing Ground is a little bit old school, but it still works. It still does wonders. They can't activate this, but I can flip it back. And I should. I should put Flame Crime back in the deck because I can't let them activate the Grave Effect. Red Rain would absolutely tear me a new one. Bone Archfiend though. Damn. Okay. Not bad. Extending beyond extending. That's pretty scary. And Eduardo, Arizio is a real piece of cake. Might sound weird. But yeah, no. Arizio is funny. Because if you do it correctly, they don't get a single pop that's relevant. Like, at all. There's not a single pop that is relevant where you could say, oh no. Which is weird if you think about it, but if you play it properly, Rexstorm is on the field before they get to activate the detonator at all. They get one pop, which is either the summon on Theresia, or when you flip your entire goddamn back row in one fell swoop. After that, deck does nothing. Yeah. And if you do go first, it's even funnier. Because then they don't even get to set up. All you have to do is make sure that you are on 1,000. The moment that you're on 1,000, they don't get to do anything except when detonator hits the field. You don't have to activate Rexstorm, that's the thing. Well, you do, but there's things you can do. Let's say it that way. Hold on. I will go and think about this after I'm done with this duel. Let's see. Let's just go to battle, kick for a bunch. Kick. No, we're not activating this. Main phase 2, set debunk, and pass. Could I have Wonder? Maybe. Not entirely certain. Maybe Desiree would have done it, but you know. Going first, you do have one thing you have to pay attention to, and that is X'd. X'd is the only problem going first. But that's only when you go first. Besides that, I don't really think there's a whole lot of a thing that they can do. Because what you said about the field spell, it depends on how it's worded. I don't remember how the field spell is worded exactly. I feel so bad because this guy actually is playing pretty well. They are playing around certain things that are common. They are extending beyond what normal RDA would be doing, because the pre-constructed RDA deck actually is very resilient. And then some asshole like me comes around and is like, yeah, you don't get to play. Nice try. Okay. Let me finish this duel real quick. There we go. Let's go read some field spells, shall we? And that actually does make me go up in rank. That's... yeah, okay. Were they playing full pre-build? Holy shit, I didn't even realize they were playing 54 cards. Of course you're not gonna get anything you want. They play everything maxed out though, that's kind of funky. What is this? Archfiend Cavalry. If this card on the field is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Archfiend monster in your graveyard except this thing. Special summon it, but it cannot attack this turn. Oh, that's so cute! If this thing is destroyed by card effects and sent to the graveyard, you can target Bone Archfiend to summon it back. But it can't attack, but it can use the effect. So you're taking something that pops this, because it doesn't say opponent. So you're taking something that pops the cavalry, and then you summon back the Bone Archfiend, and then you get to keep comboing. That is so cute! Holy shit! What? And it's a Dark Fiend, so you can actually search it with Resonator. Okay. Okay, sure. I see you cooking. And we had Shield Crush and Smashing Ground and Spectre Square 1 and... yeah. Okay, okay. I mean, I have to say, I guess that there is definitely some people that you do catch out whenever you're throwing that bullshit at them. Raziel. Can we not add a K to the end of it? Cross. Once per turn, when a monster effect activates by your opponent resolves, you can detach one material from a Raziel card. And if you do, negate that effect. Yeah, that doesn't work during the damage step. Right? Or does it work during the damage step? Not certain. I'm not sure. It doesn't activate. It just gives you a choice. Do you want to say no? Is this the same as like Kolchika? But it just happens. Or Holy, I mean. Where you just burn because the card says so. In the damage step? Because if it did happen in the damage step, then that could be a problem. Theoretically. But... honestly, now that I think of it, didn't I have a replay? I do have a replay against the deck. Do I have multiples? Oh, I also have a duel versus Trickstar. It's interesting that this was a win because the last one would definitely not have been in my favor. Okay. It was in damage. Fair. Fair. Yeah, in that case it is a problem. I mean, I guess you just don't let them get to it. Okay, so this is a game that I played a couple streams back versus yeah, no, exactly. It does not activate or start a chain. It is a continuous. It is continuously and just applies. Yeah, exactly. This is a duel that I had a few days in, or a couple streams back. This is versus Ryziel. So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and watch whatever I did in order to stop them from playing, I guess. Okay, so I guess that if you can make your opponent throw everything at the goddamn Finsmut engine, that you have a chance at winning your duel. I forgot that's how it went. Like, they literally threw Fuelos, Maxi, and Ash Blossom all into the fucking Finsmut engine. But I do have to say this, honestly, because the only things we have are Frenzy, Debunk, and Sonic. This isn't live. This doesn't do anything. This is bait. So most decks that would run Ryziel can do it with 3 cards. I didn't want them to draw more gas, so I did debunk that. I already saw an Ash last turn, so chances that they have 2 is always low. It's there, and you lose when they do have it, but if they have it, they have it. And now you can see what happens once they do find X'd, because I do believe that they are gonna try to negate the Rexturn with X'd. And it will show the power of the Fiendsmith engine. They go for the negate on Rexturn. They make Duo Drive. Go search the cross and the plugin. They make Detonator here. And this is where they fucked up. And I don't think that many people will understand why. But they are gonna pop this. They're gonna pop Paradise. Well, they have a detonator with only one material left. Which means that that last material is going to be used to protect the detonator if they crash into the Rexterm. So if I was them, I would have left that last back row where it was. For one very simple reason. To keep an extra material, because you can respond to almost anything anyway. You can pop almost any back row or any card on the field before something happens. You do not have to pop this right now, because if this was something I was able to activate, I could just chain it and then it doesn't matter. And this is basically where they lost the fight. This all happens in the damage step, but they don't have a single Raziel monster that has materials, which means that they can't detach one. I honestly think if you are playing into a Raziel player's board with this deck, the first thing that you should try to do is bait as many detonator effects as you can, or like duo drive effect as you can, just so that they don't have a legit like detach option for cross. Or just try to bait cross. I guess that works as well. Which in the TCG is easier to do than for me on Master Duel. I have said this before already, but if I would play this deck as it is right now, and I would play it in the TCG, I would change the ratios between how many cards I'm playing. I most likely would try to make this a 60 card deck that runs triple Fenrir, triple Unicorn, and double Bird. Maybe a Theosis, because you're not really gonna summon that much on your turn anyway, except for when you have access to the Fiendsmith engine. I would try to run like more copies of Lacrima. You can run an extra copy of Engraver anyway. You can run triple Tract. Like all consistency pieces basically. But you can run multiple copies of cards, and that way you just have way more grind game than almost any deck that is in the meta right now. The only problem you would still run into though, and I'm just gonna let this one play out, but the only problem that you would run into is that a deck like Yummy is able to out your Fiendsmith engine quite effectively if they start. They all have like small bodies. So Rexterm needs to have you extremely low on life. Unless they have the minion field spell. Or was it the other one? I don't remember which one gave the bonus attack, but if they do have that one out, then Rexterm stops almost every single one of their monsters. But I mean, I think you get the picture. And as you can see, now I have a Rexstorm that's live again, and we're just gonna go in. They're going for plugin, summon back the detonator, attach a card. But I can send it because I have the Paradise. Instead, I sent the field spell because now they do have a Raizio monster with a material. We summon just one monster. They try to kick over it, fail to understand how fucking Rexstorm works, and that's basically GG, well played. Not much that they could do here. And just to top it off, we top decked the fucking one-off Fenrir. I mean, this game was a good example of how annoying Rexstorm can be against the detonator. They tried to imperm Rexstorm. We just go no, and then yeah, good luck. That's game because there's nothing you can do here. So like I said, usually I have a pretty good matchup versus Raizio. I know that a whole lot of like back row decks are complaining about Raizio specifically because of Detonator. Because Detonator is a pain in the ass to out. Like I'm not really saying that you're wrong or anything, because I know that people are struggling with Detonator when they play back row decks. But if you do have the right setup, it's not that difficult to out. But like I said, that does require the right setup. If you don't have the hand that can do it, it could be rough. If you start, however, most of the times when I started a duel going first, I was fine. As long as you keep the X in mind, it should be fine. And the stupid thing about the entire thing on like TCG area, most people start with X. Almost all of the game plans that I've seen from people, all the lines, they almost always start with special X. That's the best start. So in that scenario, X wouldn't be that big of a problem anymore, because they already used it. After that, you just go, yeah, so anyway, let me summon everything. There is one thing that I have seen that people did tell me when I was playing at locals at some point. And I'm gonna search it up in this one because I can switch back and forth in this case. None of these monsters are scary enough to immediately flip either one of these fusion traps. Like up until the point where your opponent makes duo drive, you are fine. Because here's the thing, this, the detach 2 from a monster and add 2 Raizio cards, this part is an ignition effect, which means that if your opponent goes, I don't know, I'm just gonna shout something and hope that that works. X search for Sword summon, search for Ice. Does that work? Yes, that works. Search for Ice. Make duo drive. Now, there's already 2 things that happened. First of all, they used X Which means that at that point it already doesn't matter anymore, but we still have a field spell to deal with, so... Duo Drive is now on the field. On summon, they have an effect. That's the attach one. If to this effect, you immediately chain one of these traps, and then make the entire line, the entire B line straight into Rexterm, you are at 2000. That means that they don't get to activate Duo Drive anymore. Which means they need to have the cross in their hand. Otherwise, the only line that they have besides Duo Drive is Star, which is a one-off. Now, let's say that, I don't know, they had an Ash Blossom and you're forced to use your Intact. Assuming that you have that set. That would make the Star Raziel a little bit of a problem. Because they can immediately set the field spell and then, you know, that's a thing. But even then, none of these monsters is big enough to kick over Rexterm. They can kill Rexterm, but Rexterm floats into Kent Regina. So we're fine with that. But they can't kick over Rexterm, so they can't kill you. So what you can do, if you don't have any other monsters on the field, like, let's say that you have Kent Regina and Rexterm on the field. What you can do is, on the summon of Duo Drive, you go Frenzy, make Kent Regina. On the following chain, make Rexterm. And then on the following chain, immediately activate Rexterm. Because then you're on 1000. And when you're on 1000, Star Raziel is offline. Because he's too big. And this is on special summon. So now they only get to attach one on Duo Drive, and now they need to find a way to out your Rexterm. Which they do, because the first effect on Duo Drive is a problem. Like, I'm aware. But if you're on 1000, then you still can take like 1 or 2 hits over your monsters. And if they had an Ash or any form of like monster effect that you did negate with the Intact, it doesn't matter anyway, because you're taking half your life points in damage. You're not gonna die. And then on the swing back, you kind of can go full throttle. But that is how I personally have been playing against Raziel. I can't really say whether that's the correct thing or not. Personally, I have had more trouble fighting versus Malice. Because Malice has the non-targeting trap that can banish something. And that one, that's a real fucking problem for the deck. Because if they banish Rexterm, you have no way of getting it back. So if they do that twice, you basically just lost the game. And it's a problem because they literally can go normal summon White Rabbit, you lost the game. But I mean, Malice kinda is rotating out of the format. I haven't seen that many Malice players. I only know like a couple of players at my locals personally that are still playing Malice. Most people are like, I have seen enough of Malice. Malice is not that great anymore. I like Yumi better. I like Draco Tail better. Vanquish saw K9 out Malice, so I don't want to play the deck anymore. There's too many people that are playing Lancia, I don't want to play Malice anymore. I haven't seen anybody that plays Raizio anymore. Now that I think of it. Isn't that wild? Like, Malice and Raizio were the decks to beat. Like, not even a month ago. And then, like, the last 2 weeks, that just shifted from one to the other. Kinda insane if you think about it. Anyway. I'm gonna go and end this stream here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like the stream, don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to join the Discord server. Link is in the description down below. And I'll be here again tomorrow. Hopefully for more fun Dynamorphia gameplay. I am gonna try to make Bao tomorrow. I think looking at the gem count, maybe we do have a chance of pulling one more time on the pack. So if you want to see if I am able to get a Bao, be sure to be here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Have a good one, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Peace.